Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Hope everyone's doing wonderful today on this Wednesday evening. For those of you watching after the stream, I do want to remind you that we stream these videos live at twitch.tv/unexpectedlyrandom. We are here Monday through Saturday. Make sure you follow us on Twitch to join the chaos and check out our streaming schedule for the current lineup. We also have a Facebook and Instagram. Those are the best places to stay up to date with any changes that may occur pertaining to the streaming schedule. And we have a TikTok and the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, if you want to check us out over there. Otherwise, we're going to get rolling today, and apparently my lights are going to blip around, and that's wonderful. So if it happens much more, I'm going to rip it out of the socket because it's tons of fun. Okay, so we have restarted. We are our day cycle, not the game. We are ready to go out here. Get out of my way. Well, that's not what I wanted. Too bad that doesn't heal me. That'll work. My Epona. My Epona. Stop. Yeah. Levers can't touch me, cause I got my Epona. Bruh. I do want to make sure that I've got this. Hello, Tejamus! Welcome. That's the wrong direction. I can hear it's the wrong direction. No. I couldn't remember if we slowed things down before we saved to normal. No. Okay, so that is what we're doing. We've already done the meat cow. We've done the map stuff. Okay. I do wonder if I can go in here. Oh, but I don't have a photo. Yeah, so I can't do that. Never mind. You know what? I don't know that I need them, but I will take a bugs. Come here. Come here. Thank you. Okay. Bugs on standby. Get razor sworded. Hey, a nut. How can you roll past the trees so incredibly well? Okay, let's go ahead and get our swimmy guy. Bloop. Yeet. Right under where I needed it. Okay, let's be honest, this probably isn't where I need to be. So we have to go in to the pirate's place, cause that's where that's gonna have all my fun stuff that I need. We not the slurpage. I could use some magic. Magic would be nice. That's not magic. I need a fish. Take a fish with me. Cool. Don't know if I need it, but worst case scenario, I can toss it out. Okay. What are my thoughts so far on this game relative to other Zelda games? Well, it's better than 1 and 2, and it is probably my least favorite after those two. The gameplay itself isn't terrible, but I don't like the constant you've got 3 days to live sort of thing. It's just really annoying, to be totally honest. Which I think is probably why I liked the Breath of the Wild and the Tears of the Kingdom games so much, because they were just simply fun. It wasn't pressed for time, it wasn't rush around and not know what you're doing, it was just, hey, go do something. And if you go the wrong way, you're fine there too. Whereas like this, I'm literally at this point, as long as we spent playing this game up to it, hi Kurhu! As long as we spent playing up to this point, I'm literally having to go back and completely retrace all my steps since then, because the things that I did that was mostly based off from a misconception on my part, but trying to play the game like you would normally, with having not played it before, I just kind of threw myself into it and tried to play it, you know? And it's not a game that's playable in that sense. Like, there's things, what was it? The graveyard, the Ikana graveyard, where you have to use the captain's hat to tell the skull monsters to break open the grave, and then come back the next night and tell them to break open the grave, and then come back the last night and tell them to break open the grave so you can get the Song of Storms. There is literally no way that I would have found that out unless there's something, which is a good possibility. Let the record show that that's plausible. But unless there was something in the game that I just simply missed that explained that needed to be done, I never would have figured it out without the guide. It's like, well, this is how Nintendo, or whatever company it was, made so much money off from the call 1-900 Nintendo tips now. Get your instructions on how to play the game. Okay, let's go ahead and snag this because I know I need it. Kaboom. Oh man, it's underexposed. You're impressed I got as far as I did without the guide? Honestly, I am too. But yeah, it was crazy, and up until the point when I literally couldn't go any further because I was just completely stonewalled. It was actually relatively fun as far as the game goes, but it just once I have to go to the guide like that, it just dies. These games were intentionally super difficult to sell physical guidebooks. Now that I believe, 100%. And it's frustrating, but also, in a sense, part of the style of gameplay at that era. It really wasn't a lot different than like the Pokemon games, where they had the what was it, the Prima guides. I don't even know if Prima's still in business anymore, but they were huge as far as having both official and unofficial game guides. And I may have several of the Pokemon ones myself because they were fun and they had additional artwork and cool things. I think I have the Halo 3 one as well. That was neat. That was actually a fight to get. So the game's rated mature, right, or 17 plus, whatever it is, because it's a shooty game and it's language and content and whatever. I was not, whatever, 17 plus. I wasn't within that age range, but we were still allowed to play it. My parents had it, and they'd checked the game, and it wasn't a bad game as far as content wise. So this was a game that we played, and we were out. It was actually on a church youth convention trip, I think. And we stopped at the mall like we generally would do just when we had downtime, and we found the game guide for that game, and it was on sale or something. We had some spending money that we'd saved up and brought with us for the trip, and so my stepbrother actually bought the guide, and There were no questions asked. We were essentially the same age. Both of us were under the game threshold. Well, the guide itself says this is a guide for a game that's rated teen or rated mature or whatever it is. And not that the guide was rated that, but it was referencing a game that was. So he didn't have any problem buying the guide. No issues. Nobody questioned him. No IDs. No nothing. And when I heard about the deal on it, I'm like, yeah, I want my copy too. I want a copy. That'd be cool. And so I go back to I'm pretty sure it was GameStop. Go back to the GameStop in the mall and try to check out with it. And the clerk's like, well, are you 17? I'm like, no. He's like, I can't sell this to you because it's for 17 and up. I'm like, my stepbrother, who's literally the same age as me, was just in here and bought it, and you're not gonna... No, I can't sell this to you because you're not old enough. I'm like, what? So I had to go get our sponsor from the church and explain to him, and he wasn't very game savvy anyway, so that was a challenge in its own right. But I had to explain to him that I was trying to buy this game guide for a game that we play at home, that it's not even an issue. And they wouldn't let me, but they let my stepbrother, and he's like, well, why don't you guys just share? And it's like, that's not the point. It's I want my copy of the game. And so I had to convince him to come back with us to give them, and explaining that to a church sponsor, yeah, it definitely was difficult. So I had to convince him to come back to the game store with me and basically vouch for me that I had authorization to buy the guide. And it's like literally this other person who's right here in our same group that is the exact same age. There's no questions asked, but I got carded for a game guide. So in the end, we did end up getting it, and I was quite happy with my purchase, and it was fun and had something cool to read and everything, or to yeah, I guess technically reading, because it's still technically a book for the trip home and everything. I may have looked younger. I do. It is a possibility. I do actually still have it. Yes. Let's see. Don't think it's here in the studio. I think I've got a tote in the other room that's got my game guides and my cheat codes in it, because I was big into the actual cheat codes back in the day, because it was fun. But yeah, still have the guide, and it's still in good shape, I think. Pretty sure it's in an old Trapper Keeper from school, just tucked away to protect it. I repurposed it into kind of my cheat codes book, so to speak. It's got my Pokemon Emerald guide in it too. That's fun. I'm gonna have to dig those out sometime. But yeah, I don't think they even make those kinds of guides anymore, and if they do, it's definitely not mainstream, really. And granted, there's not a lot of that style of game. You never know if I'm going to grab radioactive cookware or strategy guides. That is fair. And actually, since you mentioned radioactivity, I have a new friend here. It is the Radiocode 103G, and it is a compact scintillation meter, essentially a gamma ray spectrometer. So this little feller is awesome because it functions not only as a Geiger counter, because it detects radiation, but the reason I got it was so my big Revigator that I've brought over and showed on stream, I think, before. I'm not 100% certain what the radioactive elements are in the lining of that. It's reported to be carnotite ore, which is a composition of uranium and radium, as well as a number of heavy metals, arsenic, selenium, various other things that way. But I've wanted to be able to test the radioactive materials and actually see what they are. And this little guy, it pairs to my phone and an app, and it detects it's got a scintillation crystal in it, and it detects the energy levels of the gamma ray particles. They're not really particles, but of the radiation that's given off by a radioactive source. And it's preloaded with the spectrograms of a number of common radioactive materials, so you can tell just based off from the peaks in the energy signature what radioactive material you're specifically dealing with. So I can totally, and I've tested it some. It's got quite a huge learning curve to it, but it's super cool, and it's a total nerd thing. Please use it on a CRT TV. You've always wanted to know if there are detective levels. I will add that to the list, and we'll either make a video or something of it for sure. And I have a couple of massive CRT TVs that will be interesting. I'm going to, well, honestly, I want to say that it probably won't pick anything up. And my reasoning on that, and bear with me because it may be skewed, it may be wrong, but I know the glass is incredibly thick on the front of a CRT TV, both as a means of shielding from the electrons and as part of the overall structural integrity of the cathode ray tube, because I've disassembled them a time or two and tried to salvage the electron gun out of it. Turns out they oxidize too fast in atmosphere, and the tungsten wire burns up. So that doesn't make it a very good atmospheric pressure particle accelerator, but that's a whole different tangent that I got on in another time of life. But it does use electrons, so theoretically it should be a form of radiation. But it's not nuclear radiation, so I don't know how it would respond. But realistically, gamma rays are free electrons, so it should trigger it. It really should. But yeah, that's definitely something we can test with it eventually. The CRT TVs that I've got, we call them the baby elephants, because they are massive. It's like a 36 or a 42-inch TV. And the best part is it's a Trinitron. It's not one of the high-end Trinitrons. It's still just a consumer grade. But across the board, Trinitron is well known as the pinnacle of CRT technology, because they were the first and one of the best to utilize the and I'm gonna mess it up. One of them used aperture grill, and one of them used a different style of screen. And I'm pretty sure the aperture grill was the old style, and then Sony and their Trinitron line revolutionized the CRT technology with a different style of screen, I guess. Let me find out here so I can be right. They were often, the early line was known as the Vega, which was spelled with a W, and I imagine was pronounced like a German W. Because the the thing with it was it dramatically improved the resolution because of how they changed the style on it. Okay, so Trinitron was Sony's brand name for its line of aperture grill-based CRT TVs. So the aperture grill was the significant upgrade over the other style, which was a shadow mask. That's what it was. And because of how they did it, let me see if I can get a description of the difference between it. I dug into this a while back when I really got hung up on Trinitron. Let's see. Do I have a Trinitron? Yes, I do. 2 of them, in fact, and they are beefy, hefty. Well, there's actually one sitting in the entryway, just outside the studio here, because I haven't got it a home yet. Eventually, I want to get a production grade, because they used 2, and the best part is, I got them both for free. They the one of them was just set out for citywide cleanup at a small town next to ours. I sent my parents out on a very laborious rescue mission to rescue it. They posted it on Facebook, and I saw it. I could tell just by the style of the case. This was how deep I had dug into this. I could tell just by the style of the front of it, without even being able to see the logo on the top corner, that it was a Trinitron. I could see Sony, and I'm like, I know this is it. I 100% know it. So I sent them after it. Thankfully, they were able to get it loaded up. It literally barely fit in the back of their car, and they brought it home, and the thing weighs probably close to 130 or 140 pounds. And it's all super front heavy. But that's not even the coolest one. The other one that I have, the other the other one, my pride and joy at this point, it's got a silver case. Yeah, my poor parents. Yeah, they're awesome. That's for sure. The other one also recruited them for help in loading and hauling it. But I was there this time to assist with the lifting. This person had posted it on Nextech as a Sony television. Nextech Classifieds. It's the regional kind of classifieds website in the Midwest, I think. I'm not sure how far east or wherever it reaches, but they had a local phone company runs it or something. They'd posted it as a Sony TV. It's like, okay, this is cool, and it was free, I believe, or posted free, or maybe they didn't have a price. So I got a hold of them, and it turned out that the person was actually a friend of ours, by extension. We knew them, and I got a hold of them, and they're like, honestly, we just want it gone. It was in the basement forever at their parents' house, and they were cleaning up stuff from that. And the guy's like, we just want it gone. The thing weighs like 80 tons, and they just didn't want it anymore. So we went over, we loaded it up, and not only was it the TV, perfect. It's nice silver trim. There's like 800 inputs on the back of it. It's insane. It's got which a bit of a drawback for retro gaming, but it's got the HDMI sort of upscaling to it, so you get a higher definition, but it destroys the light guns. That was part of the sad thing on it, because the light guns can't detect it with the way that it scales the image. But Not only did it have the TV in phenomenal shape, he also had the incredibly rare original base for it. There was like an entertainment center base that Sony produced that you could buy for the Sony Trinitron TVs that was custom, that was like sized specifically for those TVs. It was color coded to match it perfectly. And it has glass doors on the front, and there's a shelf in it, and the thing's just absolutely gorgeous. There's not a flaw with it. He's like, there's a little bit of water damage here or something, and I'm like, this thing is absolutely amazing. I could not stop smiling the whole time. And on top of it, it was free. It was it was free or really cheap. It was cheap enough that I don't remember it costing me anything significant. So it might have been 10 or $15, but I do think it was free. And it's got the base has a little, and the TV, it's got a little like buckle that clips into the back of the TV at the bottom, so the TV doesn't tip off from the base. And it's just a little like you'd have on your backpack straps or whatever, just a little like plastic buckle. It's super cool. But the glass, it's got a really cool smoked glass door on it. Right now I've got my Betamax tape player tucked underneath it. It's, of course, everything's still kind of in storage, but it's protected from the elements. But the thing weighs like 80 tons, like I mentioned. This TV is massive. When it's on the stand, it's almost as tall as I am. The thing's gorgeous, and it's got built-in speakers to it, so many inputs, which is going to be awesome for so many consoles being hooked up to it in the long run. But moving this thing around is insanely difficult, because in order to move it and do it safely, because it is still just a particle board base that's got like a silver, a matched colored veneer stuff over top of it. The problem is you have to unstack it, which I can do on my own. I've discovered that. It's not fun, but I can do it. I just about dislocate my elbow every time trying to, because you just like gotta like hug the whole thing and then pick it up and hope that you don't throw out your back. So what I did, being the brilliant problem solver, I suppose, that I pretend to be, I decided I was going to put this thing on wheels, because if you don't take it down in the basement, which there was no way it was going to fit down the stairs, nor did I want to carry this literal baby elephant down the stairs. So if you don't take it downstairs, just being able to wheel this thing around would solve like 900% of the problems with it. So I picked out some casters, and I figured out the weight of the TV plus the base so I could make sure that my wheels were rated for it. And I was going to mount them on the bottom of this particle board base, since it already had a platform in a sense, because the base that it stood on, it had the cabinet, and then there was kind of a flat like foot, so to speak, for the bottom of it that stuck out a little bit further. Well, when I got to looking at it, it has two angled cross pieces on the bottom that act as like risers, I guess, some kind of an actual foot for the platform, and they were in the way. So I didn't really want to compromise the integrity of the piece itself by cutting into them or trying to mount a bolt through them. And I wasn't sure how I was going to make it work in order to not mess up the cabinet portion of it, because the bottom plate is like the bottom, like the doors of the cabinet are swing over that bottom plate. So I got some 3/4 inch plywood to add more weight to this thing, and I made a baby elephant TV dolly. And I took the, with it unstacked, I disassembled the base to it and took the bottom plate off from it and laid it on my plywood so I could trace out the shape. Because it's a weird shape. It's like if you're looking top down from a TV, it's like that shape, just bigger. And I cut the thing out and I get it sanded, and I get the bolts and stuff lined up for the wheels, get them set where I wanted, and there's a little bit of spot where the bolt heads interfered with where that foot was on the cabinet, so I kind of just carved out a little bit of that foot so it wasn't damaging the structure, because I was also concerned that if I took like a chunk out of that so there was a gap in the foot, that would put a lot of pressure on that plate where that gap was, because there'd be no support for it, and I didn't want it to just collapse and break something, because again, particle board or chipboard, it's really low grade as far as wood quality is concerned. But I got this all put together, and I made sure I got wheels that have the built-in lock on them, so I can obviously keep this thing from going off on an adventure of its own. And once I got it all put together, put the base on it, made sure it was stable and flat, and I think I put a lip on it. I might have been planning on doing like a piece of quarter round or something, just so it couldn't slide. But with the notches that I ended up making in the base of it for the heads of the bolts that held the wheels on, they're gonna function basically like locating pins, and I don't think it's gonna shift anyway. So before I stacked it all up, I gave it a nice coat of paint, and the color was, I'm pretty sure it was After Midnight from Benjamin Moore, their Color Stories line, and it was a phenomenal color choice because it's almost black with just a little bit of blue in it, and it was almost a perfect match for some of the dark kind of charcoal tones that I was seeing in the cabinet itself. Didn't even really plan it out that way, just I was going for something black because it'd be neutral. And the thing looks amazing. I mean, it's so awesome, and it moves, so I could literally move this entire assembly with one hand. It's so smooth. And the thing weighs like 180 pounds at least, with the whole unit together. But it's awesome. It's gonna make a very nice focal point probably once I get renovations and stuff taken care of. I thought about bringing one of them. This is like an engineering project. I mean, it really is trying to go through all the steps and figure out, problem solve, and see what directions to go while also keeping structural integrity and everything in mind. It definitely is. So I kind of hope to. It probably won't happen because the studio is literally 7 feet wide by 14 feet long, and with the green screen going to be back there as it kind of is currently, I'd hope to be able to put one of these Trinitrons in the studio because it was kind of nerdy, kind of fun, also very retro, and then we could play some of our games directly onto original hardware and then use a capture card in order to broadcast them, and potentially have a better player camera in a sense that maybe captured more of the scene itself rather than just my disembodied head bobbing around over here while my arms flail menacingly, I guess. But because of the space in here, it's just simply not going to be possible. But that's totally okay because I'll probably end up putting it in the other room or find a place in my room to make a Trinitron shrine and set up some of my favorite consoles or something. See, with it would be fine for the retro gaming. It'll work great for the Nintendos, the they say that like the GameCube or the later Sega stuff is probably your best retro options for that TV, because it's an HD TV CRT, or an HD CRT TV. I think those are the right letters. I don't currently use it very much, and it's mostly just a drawback of time and space because of the renovation going on. Because a lot of the room in the building right now is kind of catch-all storage, while other rooms are being almost completely demolished. As you've kind of seen here, there is no sheetrock on this wall. This is the sheetrock on the other side of the wall. All of the walls in the studio are coming off, so I can re-insulate and sound treat. And the bedroom, it's going to be stripped as well, walls and ceiling. Hopefully the floor is going to be refinished, sanded and refinished, and put a carrier beam in underneath it, because the floor, it's got a pretty significant span on the floor, and I don't like how soft the floor is. But then, yeah, get the walls re-insulated there, because it's currently got blown-in cellulose, which is functional, but not great for sound dampening, and it drives me insane when people drive by with their stereos really, really loud. So I'm doing the sanest thing to prevent that from being an issue. And so between that and, I mean, the other rooms have got some degree of renovation going on in them. Some of it's just painting that needs to be done, but mostly because when you're working in one area, you can't have everything in the way, so you kind of gotta push stuff to other rooms, and that takes up space. So as of right now, well, that and between second job and streaming, of course, it puts a damper on my available time. But it's I've had it out, and I've had it. It is definitely hard to find time. I have had it hooked up to, can't remember what, I think I hooked it up to the Betamax when I was testing it to make sure that it was operational, and that might have been the one in the hallway or the entryway here. But I did have Lethal Enforcers on Sega pulled out and pulled up on one of them, and that was how I found out that the light guns didn't work on it, because of the upscaling function, which is tragic. I mean, it's absolutely tragic, because the light guns and with Lethal Enforcers 2, or Lethal Enforcers in general, of course everybody knows about the Duck Hunt light gun. There was the gray one and there was the orange one. I think I have the orange one. Growing up, we always had the orange one. I'm not sure which one I have, but I do have one of them. But Lethal Enforcers 2 for Sega, and more so the second one than the first one, I believe, because of the style of the game. It was more Western themed, shootout sort of game. We actually, did we play through it on here? I don't think we have, honestly. Super fun game. We played it tons in the arcade. And if you set it up for 2-player in the arcade and on the Sega, you could use both controllers and dual wield. So you had twice as many shots. You could kind of provide cover fire for yourself while you were reloading the other gun. It was the best cheat code that ever existed in a game. Years after having played it as a kid, I mean, when we were younger, on the PlayStation, like when it was initially ported out from the original arcade, I was collecting some of those old titles that I wanted to have and be able to play, of course. and it's dreadful, absolutely dreadful to play that game without the light guns, because you use your controller, right? Not obviously this controller, but it's a Sega controller, so you've got the 2 or 3 buttons on the one side, and then the D-pad. Well, and then your shoulder buttons, which were your trigger, I believe. So you move around your reticle around the screen with your D-pad, and you point, and then you pull the trigger and you shoot. And of course, your base gun is a revolver, so you have like 6 shots, and then you have to reload. And a normal person would think, hey, there's a reload button, right? You're shooting, and then it's like whatever, the C button or something to reload. No, that's not the case. You have to, and I think it's because it was ported from arcade, but you have to take your reticle and use your D-pad to run it off to the edge of the screen, and then pull the trigger, and then bring it back onto the screen, and it moves so slowly. And as far as I've found, there is no way to change the speed that it moves on the screen, or at least it doesn't change enough that you can actually get it to a speed you can use. So by the time you've got off the screen and reloaded, you've been shot full of holes by the bad guys in the game. So and the biggest difference between that and using the light gun, because it tracks where you're at when you're pointing at the screen, to reload, you just point off from the screen and pull the trigger with the light gun, and then you reloaded, and then you come back over here, and you you get you get reloaded, and then you go back to what you were doing. Let me find out what that notification was, because my panel doesn't load up. TGMS, thank you so much for the $20 tip. Says the only person you know that shares your same interests. Thanks for being a great guy and a good friend to everyone in the stream. You're very welcome, man. And thank you so much for the tip. I seriously appreciate it so much, and I'm glad to have you here. It's so awesome. Thank you. So the light guns, there was a blue one, which was your player 1 light gun, and so much better, way better than the controller. Well, it turns out, then this I didn't know until I was digging into kind of the whole available equipment, I guess, for the games. There's a second player light gun for the Sega, and it's pink, which was kind of funny, but the way that it worked, of course, the one player light gun, it plugs into the controller port. Yeah, exactly, a second player light gun. The second one, it uses literally a 4-pin phone cord to plug into the blue player 1 gun slot, like it daisy chained through. I may be able to find them. Give me just a moment. But it daisy chained through the first player's gun, and for whatever reason it could communicate, and the game knew that it was a second player light gun. So you could go back to dual wielding like we did in the arcade, and it was completely phenomenal. It was literally game changing. So give me just a second, I'll see if I can grab it, just because it's fun, and we like to get sidetracked, because that's also tons of fun. Okay, so the first two, the orange one and the gray one, that was actually the Nintendo light guns, and I didn't realize I had both of them. But the orange one was important to me on that one because that was the one that we always had growing up. So this one, get my mic out of the way so I don't bash it with the guns here. Okay. This one, they are called the Justifier. And this is our little friend. And it's, of course, comes to us from Konami, which is the company that made Lethal Enforcers and Lethal Enforcers 2. It's a full-on revolver. The thing is massive. I mean, I don't have a small hand, but it's got the start button. It looks like a Magnum, yeah. Got the start button on the side here. And then, of course, your trigger and a cord that is just your standard, very long, thankfully. Your standard Sega is probably a serial cord of some kind, serial port. So that's all fancy, you know, right? Kind of standard, kind of cool. But then this one, which I don't even want to talk about how much I paid for it. I got this one more because I wanted the set. Once I found out that there was a set to it, I had to have it. So I made it happen. And I think it's technically supposed to be red, but it comes off as a salmon, maybe, or a pink. It's not a bad color in its own right. And they're so clean. They're in really good shape. Again, start button on the side so you can activate the player 2. Standard trigger mechanism, just a nice trigger in there. It's a good grip, textured grip. But the cord on this one, right? Standard cord, except it is literally a 5-pin or 4-pin. I don't know, 1, 2. I guess it's 6-pin. But it's quite literally a phone cord connection. Like the precursor to the Ethernet. Yeah, they honestly, they are surprisingly high quality. It is plastic, held together with screws. But then, yeah, it's, as far as it just daisy chains off from the bottom of the handle on the player 1 gun. And they're so great. They both work phenomenally. I've used them on original hardware to relive some of my greatest memories, I suppose. But yeah, I want to say it was like $125 or $200 that I paid for the second gun, the player 2 one, because they're super rare. It seems like they don't really exist, and if they do, it's difficult to find one that's functional, which is part of the reason why all my cords are wrapped very gently and loosely, because we gotta protect our babies. The player one, the blue one, it's a lot more common. Not saying that I want to tear it up, of course, but it was a lot less difficult to find. And I think when I ordered the game, it had the gun with it on that one. Super cool. But yeah, they're definitely awesome, and the technique of tying them together, because I think you still had to have a controller plugged in, like an ordinary controller, in order to get into like your settings and stuff. Because having just 2 buttons effectively on a controller, it wasn't really the full scheme of how things were laid out. But it's so cool, and they look really nice. I'm fascinated by them, but I'm also kind of a retro video gaming geek, and that contributes a lot as well. So between that and the Virtual Boy, those are probably the crowning jewels, I suppose, of my retro gaming collection. Mostly because the Virtual Boy was Nintendo's biggest flop ever, and these were awesome. Konami's actually still in business, to my understanding, which is also pretty cool, because that's a lot smaller company, or it feels like they're a lot smaller company. Your friend had a Virtual Boy as a kid and it hurt your eyes. That's a pretty common ailment with the Virtual Boy. We always called it the migraine machine, because between the 3D being super goofy, and basically pureeing your eyeballs while you watched it, the way that you had to sit in order to play it, because we of course we had a table as a grown up, but we weren't really going to dedicate table space to leave the Virtual Boy set up. Plus, we had to have it plugged in because we didn't have the battery pack, and it was, I mean, I think we did have the battery pack, but it was pointless to waste batteries on it when you could just plug it in. So we had it plugged in on the floor in the corner by the hallway, if I remember right, and we were literally sitting at it, hunched down like this, with the thing up on our eyes, just down here like this, playing away, having a great time. Literally the Scoliosis Machine 5000. And it was so great. And they only made like 30 something games for it before the whole thing died and everybody had brain pain for ever, basically. But yeah, it didn't take long, and it would give you a killer headache, eye strain and everything, and it was great. And then of course, unfortunately, probably the biggest physical drawback of it, not even the toll on your body from playing it, right? It was like, yeah. The biggest physical limitation of the game, of the console, is the ribbon cable that they used for the screens, because it had two separate screens, one for each eye. The ribbon cable they used was not adhered well to the contacts. So I don't know if it was because of the solder, or if it was because of they used some kind of an adhesive rather than a solder itself. I don't recall exactly what the problem was, or what the component was, but it would end up releasing over time as that failed. I want to say it was an adhesive, and that's why as it got older, the adhesive gave up, and so it stopped making contact with those pins, and you would end up with glitching in the screens. They would either just blank out completely, or they'd be offset weird, or because that ribbon cable wouldn't make proper contact anymore. And there's some mods that people have made for it, so where they've tapped into it and either put an RCA or a component output so you can run it to a TV, which is cool, but pretty invasive. But probably the biggest fix that I found was if you tear it apart and you're very careful, you can take a banding iron, which is typically used for applying veneer to like countertops or cabinetry, and you melt the ribbon cable back into place. you keep the iron on it and keep pressure on it, and basically re-soften whatever either solder or adhesive was there holding it together, and press it back to where it's making good contact again. And then you basically repaired your Virtual Boy, so you can have thousands of hours of migraines again. And that was the... I don't know when we got rid of ours originally, but not terribly long ago I picked up another one from Goodwill, actually. And of course you never know if it's going to work, and even if it works, you never know how well it's going to work. Got a relatively good deal on it, and got some games for it, and it worked right away. It functioned. It had some issues. It didn't take long for the screen to get so strange. I get so lucky. It's a lot of desperate searching for sure, but yeah, mostly luck. Right place at the right time, perhaps. But eventually the screens did start doing the funky misalignment thing that was characteristic of that ribbon cable issue, and I was able to pull it apart, and I was hesitant because I didn't really know what I was doing, and I didn't want to damage it, obviously. So I wasn't quite as aggressive with the heat as I probably needed to be. So it wasn't necessarily a perfect fix, but it was back to functional, and I've played it several times since then. Of course, I have access to emulation right now for the Virtual Boy, and we can actually do red-blue, anaglyph style 3D, where you have the red and blue glasses, and potentially broadcast it in that manner, which might be fun too, but off from our emulation stuff. But yeah, it's super cool and super crazy, and I guess it's better than doing drugs or something. may not be cheaper in some instances, but definitely healthier, perhaps. So yeah, that's I don't know, a brief look into the psyche of someone addicted to retro video gaming. But it's so much fun. I love it. And I mean, games were simpler then, and they're really easy to beat playing them now, most of them. Some of them, I guess. Some of them are like we found with the Legend of Zelda ones, but they're still really fun, and I love that about the simplicity, and just it's like, let's go play Mario, and it's great. But yeah, it's tons of fun. They are really still fun. Yep, that's and it's fascinating because a lot of times they are so simple. Like the games are very very straightforward and still enjoyable. Whereas like well, some of the stuff we have now, it's so long and complex, and it's like you play through it once and you're exhausted almost. I don't know. Oh, saving. That's what I was going to. Can I save? Well, for sign, kind of. And thank you for the stories. You may fall asleep. If so, have a good stream. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for being here and listening to the stories. I'm happy to have you here, and we'll do our best to make it a good stream too. So thank you for that. If you fall asleep, that's perfectly fine. We will see how lost I can get. This was the save button I was looking for. I have one of those over here. There we go. Okay, so I know what they're gonna do as soon as I jump in here, but I wanna see it for myself. So here we go. Whee! Hey, they didn't do what I thought they were going to do. Cool. I'm out of magic. Now, this is probably not going to let me into it because it's an outlet. Mere bonefish, I will boomerang you. Yay, I think. All of these are going to be rubies, aren't they? Oh, cool. If I wear the stone mask, they also leave me alone. Now, I imagine it also makes it difficult to swim underwater, but when there's a will, there's a way, I guess. They were, in fact, all just rupees. Hey, this is a bolt. That's a big bolt. Okay, so... this looks like a Goron spot. And just like that, we're inside. More rupees. Interesting. So two different kind of routes I can go to get here. And up we go. Oh, not the spiky things. Oh, those are just ordinary spiky things? They don't chase me around. They don't chase me around. Cool. Neato burrito. Are any of these even worth opening? Okay, fine. We're just gonna gore on these. Edge. Because Gorons can't water. Well, I almost missed that. Yay. Some magic would be nice. Oh, this is where I entered. I saw this from the other side, but wasn't sure what it did. And the answer is nothing. Let's shimmy through here. does turn off. That's lame. Okay. That's weird, but okay. I need to be on here and then bonk. Still no magic. Can you believe that? So that's locked. Let's not go back down the hole. I haven't got a clue what I'm supposed to be looking for. Guess I found it. Sweet, they explode. You can't see me, ha 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 ha. Well, I was gonna light this on fire, but I don't have any fire, so I can't do that. Oh, this is the other side of that platform we were just on. Oh, don't go jumping over there. That's the thing I squished with the Goron. Cool. So yeah, allegedly the stone mask prevents them from kicking me out. I'm not going to trust it without a backup, but we're gonna try it. Just roll right up here. Hiya. Yes! Yes! You can't do nothing! What you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? I am a stone mask. Oh, this is beautiful. Hiya! Don't mind me, I'm just climbing your ladder. Pardon me, need through here. Yep, excuse me. Oh, this stone mask is awesome. Buzz, buzz. What's the buzz? I really don't think this part's necessary. I've been waiting for you. And did you find the rest of the eggs? No, but that's because... Stone mask. What are you trying to pull here? If people hear the great pirates have lost the treasure they stole, we'll become the laughingstock. Yes, but a veil... a veil? The sea is strangely murky where we were attacked by the sea snakes. Silence! That's why the Zoras can't send for any help. Now that the eggs are gone, the Zoras should be frantically searching for them. If we don't hurry, the Zoras will get to them before we do. Let's scroll down quite a ways here in my thing. There are 4 eggs here now. Hurry, go and find the other 3 eggs before those sea snakes eat them. Understood. Wait. 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 Wait to cross 11th Avenue. Bum, bum, bum. The Zora eggs are the only clue that we have about that dragon cloud floating over the bay. If what that strange masked one said is true, and if we can get our hands on the treasure that lies sleeping in the temple in that dragon cloud, then we can spend the rest of our lives living the good life. So get a move on and find them, now! Yes, understood. So, what it wants me to do is this number. Lump. Hashtag get evacuated. A good view of the leader's room from here. I bet if you needed to, you could shoot an arrow through these bars. Well, that's great, but it doesn't do me much good because I have to go back through a loading zone. I'm in the leader's room. Hey, look. A razor clam. This should be a hook shot. Yes! Alright, let's get this equipped. Oh, yes. Get destroyed, Razor Shell. Okay, so I think we're gonna toss out the bugs. Look, they're aquatic bugs now. And we'll slurp that up. Hey. I guess it's stone mask that I want to have. There. I think now with hookshot, our traversal outside is monumentally better. Oh, there's treasure over here. Might as well plunder the pirate's fortress while I'm here, right? Not what I intended to do, but okay. You know, I'm kind of getting off track of my progress. One's alright. Okay, south, one's alright. Turn left and walk down the stairs. Already messed up. Okay. So let's just go this way. Hey, what's up? They're just like, yeah, there's normally a green child with a stone face walking around amongst us. Perfectly normal. Okay. So, okay, this is downstairs. I don't like bells chiming. Pass the first target. Match on the target in the far southwest corner. South. West. Okay, so I was on the right path. That's theoretically north. Okay. So we should be able to go this way. Room filled with barrels. This is not the right door. So let's go in this door instead. Oh look, room filled with barrels. You walk somewhat close to her, she'll stop and look towards you, making it impossible to run past. Alternatively, you can simply wear the stone mask. Hiya, how are you? Halt! We aren't fooled by that mask. Get fooled by that. Don't think it ends here. Wow. Up the staircase now. Okay. It's Eggy time. Well, I tried. You did. Two. Middle of the northern wall. Oh hey, it's this room that I was trying to get into. Oh, that would be that one down there. Okay. That's what I forgot to do. I need to do this button. There. Nice. Oh, I guess there's nothing over this way. Halt. Ooh, orange outfit. We aren't fooled by that mask. Definitely not speedrun strats. Ugh. Don't think it ends here. Kablamo. I win. Ooh. This one is guarded by a new enemy called a Desbreco. Huge pain. Desbroco, really? It's just dead. Three, four. Still could use some magic. Oh man. There's a box in the middle of this room. And just take it. How wasteful. I probably should have looked to see what that was first. Hello. Hello. Can I have a cannon, please? Oh, that's probably all stuff to get around if you're not using the stone mask. This looks fun. That's as far as you go. Ooh, purple outfit. You think you can trick us with that mask? Ugh, not bad. Don't think it ends here. You know, you keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Alright. Up we go. Bro. Would you die already? This tank is apparently not big enough for the two of us. Nope. Not even worth it. Just give me the egg, I'm leaving. Okay. Take picture. Drop off the Zora eggs at the research lab. Cool. So that is everything we got to do here. And then go Stone Mask again, because this is super awesome. And then we'll skedaddle. Nice hanging out here, but I gotta leave now. That must be my entrance. Although it might be better to get caught and kicked out. Oh no, we're already out here, so... So. That'll work. I see the ramp where I could have got out, but splat. They really should check to see if I had stuff on me or not. Ah, Mikau, what are you doing in a place like this? This is the Pirate's Fortress. I don't think you should get too close. But I'm okay. Well, actually, the pirates in this fortress are all women. And better yet, they're all gorgeous. So I thought maybe I should check them out. What? Don't look at me like that. I have a picture. And you can't have it. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, my Mandark. Left turn real quick. Whee! That's not even the lyrics at all for the cha-cha slide. Yump! Haha! That was smooth. Bonk. Okay. And I don't think I need to talk to him at all. A bloop. And a bloop. And a bloop. And a bloop. And a bloop. Did I do good? What happened to the rest of the eggs? They can't hatch if they aren't all together. Well, fine. Crazy old guy. There's some magic back here. Yes! Yeet. Or maybe that was a skirt. I get those two confused. No, thank you. No, thank you. Ow. Hey, look, my pony horse is still here. Can't ride the pony horse as a fish. Unfortunately. Okay. One terrible picture of a lady on a boat. How things been going lately? We've gone through this dialogue before. I need to talk to the seahorse. Help me, please take me to the waters near Pinnacle Rock. Interested in that fish? It's a seahorse. I caught it swimming around here. Since it's rare, I was going to take it down to the carnival. I'll give it to you. You have a pictograph of one of the female pirates. What a nerd. Here, I pulled this out of my chest scales. Oh, that's it. That's it. I had a picture like that. Well, aren't you a crafty one? You'll give that to me, won't you? I'll take the fish. Okay. Do, 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 do. Ah! He's a chunky one. Big chungus of the levers. Yep. Hey, we're going over over here, and then we're gonna find the rock. It is a pinnacle rock full of sea snakes. Wee, wee, wee. Okay, so then we go down and over, and I already went the wrong way. Nice work. That is how you pinnacle rock and roll. Okay, so now we have to beat up all of the snakes. It sounded like there was one behind me. Cool, I found him. Broken snake. Thank you for the magic juice. That's not more magic juice. Slurp. Really could have used some more magic juice. Could you imagine walking around and you find a $10 bill on the ground, and you have to leave it behind because you can't fit it in your pocket. Bro, really? Let go of me. That's not magic. Whoa, it's not magic. You know. Even if you wished it were so. It's not magic. That's magic. That's also not magic. It's just easier to destroy these guys with magic. Although I didn't realize I had to be not walking in order to use my shield. Okay, let's go kill this one so we can drop off the seahorse. This may not be necessary because we may have already gotten the reward for dropping the seahorse. But we're gonna do it anyway, because then I know that we've taken care of it. Yay, more money I can't carry because my pockets are full. Hi. Thank you for saving me. I know it may be asking too much, but bring back my friend. How about this one? Thank you. This is a symbol of my deepest gratitude. A waste of time. Alright. I pushed the wrong button. Going up. I'm spiraling. I'm spiraling. See, going back here is easy, because all you gotta do is just zoom out here and go the wrong direction. And like magic, you're back at the start. Hello. Goldfish around here. They know this area very well. I don't know what that means, but enjoy your goldfish. Boing. 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 The seahorse we did, the snake's lair we did, the seahorse we did. Let's go drop the other eggs in here. Ah. Come on. It helps if I push the right button. Blurp. And a blurp. And finally, the last blurp. Good. All of the eggs have been brought together. It's going to start. Quick, come to the front of the aquarium. I think this belongs in here. I made it bigger. Good, all the eggs have been brought together. Quick, to the front of the aquarium. Little fish. Yay. We saved them all. We saved the babies. They're dancing. Look at this. What does it mean? What in the world could this mean? They're flamingos. Oh, that's not it. Oh, okay. I've got it. Don't you understand the way these Zora children have lined up? It means. Cool. Bye. Oh. I played it wrong. You played the new wave bossa nova. They're cute. They still look like funny colored flamingos. This is our life now. We're just gonna stay here. It's a melody taught by the Zora children that invigorates singing voices. That! Yes, it's that instrument. If these Zoras were born to teach this song, then hurry. You must play this song for the Zora who laid these eggs. Okay. I'm gonna pretend I know what direction I'm supposed to go. I think it's over here and through the squiggly, windy, wandering direction. Over this way. This should be Zora Cape. Zora Hall, the Indiegogos. Wake me up before you go. That's a Slurpy guy. Got a new follower. What's it to ya? Welcome. Have you talked to Squidward and SpongeBob? I heard they were trying to find out what your name was. Welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for following. I am gonna have to kill this Slurpy guy because he's gonna steal my stuff. No! go. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. I'm panicking. I am panicking. Give me my shield back. You slurpy tentacle monster. You know, it's kind of sad that I'm the first person to understand your name. I'm thoroughly impressed that that's actually what you were referencing. I am a massive SpongeBob nerd, so pretty much any SpongeBob reference, as long as it's not part of the like Patrick Star spin-off show, I got you covered, and probably have a video of it to boot. Deku Nuts work better fighting the giant, unfortunately shaped things. Yeah, that takes a little bit less panicking. You're an early SpongeBob kind of guy. That's the superior SpongeBob, really. The early 2000s. Yep, I think that was peak SpongeBob. For a while, up until, let's see, was it season 8, I think? I had seen every single episode up to that point, which was tons of fun. I really need to go back through and watch them all. I've got Paramount Plus, so I think I can watch them all. It was peak just about anything and everything. That's a fair take. Yeah. I think this is where I go for this. Kinda. There's another exit somewhere, probably this one over here. Yeah, this is the one I was looking for. This will take me up to where what's-her-name is. So I can play the new wave Bossa Nova. Hello. That sad face is trying to tell you something. You can see it in her expression. I don't remember the notes I needed. Left, up, left, right, down, left, right. Left, up, left, right, down, left, right. No, down, right. Managed to do the Song of Healing. Is that close enough? No? Okay. Left, up, left. Right, down, left, right. Left, up, left. Right, down. Left, right. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I thought his guitar was getting longer with every note. It's turtle time! I slept quite well. I just realized this when I opened my eyes. The passing of the days is quite quick, isn't it, Lulu? Yes, Lulu. It's nothing to be surprised at. Although my eyes were closed in sleep, I still see everything that occurs in this ocean. Zelda was your childhood, so you pretty much have all the songs memorized. That is awesome. I've struggled so much with the songs. But I also, I honestly didn't play the Zelda games at all growing up. It was more Mario side of things, I suppose. And honestly, after playing through the first couple of them, I don't think I would have played any of them after that if I had started on either of one or two. They were too difficult. It seems Lulu is confused. Regrettably, there is no time for idle conversation. You know how to change flow time right with the altered song of time? Yeah, playing it backwards. Yep, I've got it slowed down. That's when I reset the day or the time sequence. That's about the first thing I play because it goes by too fast anyway. Now then, proud Zora warrior. The open seas of Great Bay have need of your might. Quickly, climb onto my back. Am I turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Turtle, turtle. Meow, what's going on? What's it to ya? Thanks for checking in. Got your first sea pancake for your sea pancake stack. and my voice. What happened to me? Magic. It's magic. So, I'm not supposed to hop on the turtle yet, I don't think. And it's about day 2. Let's go ahead and pause here. Magic bean, piece of heart. Feed fish, piece of heart. Like in the waterfall, piece of heart. Beaver Brothers. You want a bottle? I don't think I need a bottle. Might have already... No, I don't think I did that. I don't see it necessary, really. And you get a bottle, and then you get a piece of heart. Spider House. Stay overnight. Oceanside Spider House. Library, bookshop, storage room, Captain Hat, one mask, seeking shelter from the moon, give you, oh, the giant wallet, okay, yeah. Okay. And that's unfortunate because is this day 2? I think we're about to roll into day number 2. And I'm a long way from home. See if I can fly over to the Oceanside Speeder House. And this one. There's a slight rendering aberration. We just gotta kind of power through, unfortunately. There we go. And unfortunately that means that we can't get a prize for this. Okay. Hey. You really don't think there's any point in doing this? Because it's not the first day, and we're probably not going to get anything for it. That was effective. So creepy. It's like crawling along the rafters like a normal spider would. Ah, that's where the crunchy spider sound from up here was coming from. Oh, sure, that takes care of it, but the other fire on the side of it doesn't. Sorry. You know, he's probably just studying, but also, why would you leave a candle on the shelf under a bunch of flammable books? This doesn't seem very safe. Peekaboo. I found you. Climb up the shelf. Brilliant. Oh, I was trying to break the wrong box. Kinda sad I can't use his built-in fire technique. For doing fire-related stuff. Stuff in here. Oh. Nice. It's a stall child. They were the cursed soldiers of Kingdom of Ikana. What are you gonna do? To start with, I'm gonna terminate them all. There we go. That was super useful. See if leaving and re-entering respawns the... Good. Huh? Ah, Captain Sir, it's been a long time since we've seen you. We are investigating the secrets of this place. According to the information, seems green should be second. Yes. Okay, so that was not necessary because I figured it out on my own. But the real question is, how do I get that done? Ugh. Oh, Goron mask. Cool. I was very certain that I bonked into that pot already. Well, this spider has me thoroughly confused. Ugh. I do not know where this spider is. What? Maybe we talk to him. Huh? Ah, Captain Sir, it's been a long time. We're investigating the secrets. Yellow. Alrighty. Well, I'm not having any luck finding this last spider. Yeah. That's so dumb. Die, Spire. Well, at least I know now where they're at for when we have to do it again, because it's not the first night. Oh, he's here. I don't have to do it again. Yes. Let me have this place. Not for free, of course. I hope this will do. Rip. Take your knees. Okay, well, that. We need to fly back to town, drop off our rupees, and then head back to day one. And realistically, after we get these dropped off and saved, we'll go ahead and wrap up for today. Okay, let's talk to this bird statue and get saved. Yes. Alrighty. That's going to wrap us up for today's episode of Streamer's Choice Zelda featuring Majora's Mask. For those of you watching after the stream, I do want to remind you that we stream these videos live at twitch.tv/unexpectedlyrandom. We're here Monday through Saturday at incredibly roughly 7 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you follow us on Twitch to join the chaos and check out our streaming schedule for the current lineup. We also have a Facebook and Instagram. Those are the best places to stay up to date with any changes that may occur pertaining to the streaming schedule. And we have a TikTok and the social media platform formerly known as Twitter if you want to check us out over there. Otherwise, if you're enjoying the content there on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot, and it lets us know what content you guys are enjoying. That's everything for this episode of Streamer's Choice Zelda featuring Majora's Mask. Hope you guys had a wonderful time today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, stay random.